What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. Wanted to do a bit of a video today, just kind of talking about something that I did a while back. I made this wild prediction a while back. I'll have to go back and look for the video, see if I can find it. We'll throw it in here right now. But I did make a prediction a while back, and I said that I felt that at some point SGC prices and PSA prices were going to intersect at some point, because I felt that SGC was the better grading company, and then I felt that given enough time of SGC not being a good grading company, was eventually going to catch up to them and leave a lot of people in limbo and leave a lot of people really looking for an alternative and potentially giving SGC a try. And I feel like, from what I've seen on Instagram and on Facebook groups and things like that, some people actually giving SGC a shot and sending a few cards, being happy with the grading, being happy with the slabs, being happy, more importantly, with the service, the turnaround time, the price, but ultimately not being very happy about the value of their cards. But I said, I think if enough people start doing that and the SGC slabs start to garner a little bit more respect, then we were going to see a potential rise or a potential, closing of that gap in price between SGC and PSA. So what we're going to do, we are going to jump on Card Hedge, link in the description if you don't already know. You guys, they are a sponsor of the channel. I've used this even way before they were a sponsor of the channel. So very happy to be partnering with them. We're going to take a look at a few things, okay? And one of the things that I love most about this tool is the compare, little comparator thing they got here. Because it allows you to look at the same card, two different grading companies, and look and see what things are over time. So I think we're going to take a couple of what I would consider blue chip cards. One being this Kobe. We'll throw that in the comparator. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do a SGC. SGC 10. This is kind of the other problem too that I have with doing this comparison. Is because we don't know. There's an SGC 10 gold. I don't think there's very many of those, so we'll see what the prices are on those, but. Yeah, there's not any for sale. But I'm wondering whether or not doing PSA 10. Here, let's do this. I'd rather do this. I'd rather go PSA 9. Jeez Louise. PSA 9 and SGC 9. Let's look at that, and then let's look at SGC 9.5. Okay, so PSA 9 is in the purple, SGC 9 is in the pink, and SGC 9.5 is in the blue. So, not a whole lot of difference. I'm going to be honest with you guys, not a whole lot of difference. So, a bit of a gap there in pricing. And, you can see, as we're looking at this, let's just go back a year, see how far back we can go. Now, I will say this: not obviously a lot more volume on the PSA 9, right? A lot more volume on the PSA 9, but still, not a whole lot of gap. So, as we were sitting here, so this is March of last year. Big gap between an SGC 9.5 and a PSA 9. The SGC 9.5 was $1,100, $1,700. Okay, so even if we look at the SGC 9 versus the PSA 9 to try to make it somewhat comparable, a $200 difference down to August of last year where it was virtually negligible. PSA 9 was $410, a $50 difference, then a bit of a spot there, and then there's a couple of sales. SGC 9.5 460 408, and then right around here things kind of start to really get blurry. I mean, you could see the trend line like really kind of converge towards the end of last year when all the prices on all cards were down. I mean, this is kind of where things really started to kick off. People selling off cards for the holidays, getting ready for Christmas, putting some extra cash in there, and then boom, we had a big sale of $600 for a SGC 9.5, which is interesting. And then now we sit in this space where earlier this month we had, a couple of sales of each one. A PSA 9 went for $300, a SGC 9 went for $225, and a SGC 9.5 went for more than a PSA 9. The problem is that I can't really do an apples to apples, right? The best comparison, or the fairest comparison, I think, is to do a comparison like this, because PSA 9, SGC 9, SGC 9.5, that PSA 9 could have been a 9, could have been a 9.5, could have probably been a 10. Who knows? But I kind of feel like this is like the best comparison. But again, we're talking about not much of a difference between the SGC 9 and the PSA 9. Probably about $60, $60 difference. And then an SGC 9.5 obviously selling for $100 more, $150 more than a PSA 9. So I guess my theory is somewhat correct. Let's look at a 2003 LeBron James. Let's look at a base. So let's get these out of here. I love this tool, man. This is, one of the things that's cool about this is that as you're looking to PSA 9, as you're looking to try to make decisions on where to send your money and what a card goes for and what a card sells for and all this other stuff, it can a tool like this can be really useful. Let's go to SGC 9.5 and then an SGC 9. And because if you're really objective about the condition of your card and you kind of know what it's going to be and it's not a 10, then it can get, things can get kind of crisp, wispy, right? And you're trying to determine where you want to send this money. And all right, so this is kind of looking at the same time frame. Man, look at the surprisingly enough, this one didn't really drop a whole lot, but it's still pretty good though. Again, big disparity here, right, between the three. I mean, look at the gap there. Look at how much gap we have here, how much gap we have here. Again, the blue is the SGC 9, the pink is the SGC 9.5, and the PSA 9 is the purple. So as we're going here, again, big gaps. Not a whole lot of volume you'll see in the SGCs. I get that because not a whole lot of people are buying them. But when they are buying them, we have pricing here. You'll notice that the purple line's a little bit more jagged. That's the PSA 9 because there's a lot more sales recorded. But look as we get down here, and you start to see how these lines kind of start to converge with one another, right? And that SGC 9.5 right now is selling for more than a PSA 9, and the PSA 9 is selling for $300 more than the SGC 9. And then there's this big old funky SGC 9.5 that sold for $3,700. That's got to be a Probstein or something, Probstein or however you say it. That's got to be an outlier. But again, as we go into January of this year, look at those prices. PSA 9 is $810. SGC 9.5 is $815. And then obviously SGC 9 goes for $570. Condition-wise, I trust that SGC 9 more than I trust that PSA 9. Because that PSA 9 could have been a PSA 8, could have been a PSA 10. But if I see a SGC 9 or a SGC 9.5, I believe that those are SGC 9s and SGC 9.5s. That's just my opinion. But again, this big gap that used to be there last year, slowly dwindling down and slowly getting that gap closing out. People respecting an SGC slab a little more. Obviously, the volume's not there. But when they sell them, people are smartening up and they're going, hey, you know what? Why am I paying double the price for a PSA holder when this is a just as reputable a company? Let me see. I wanted to do one more. I wanted to do a football. We can do. I don't even know what to. Oh, you know what? Let's look at Patrick Mahomes a second. There it is. So let's go rated. Patrick Mahomes Optic Football. That's 2018. Aqua Hollow. So here we go. Let's go compare that one. Nope, not a PSA. Now we're going to go PSA 9. We're going to go with a SGC 9, SGC 9, 9.5, and a 9. Let's go with SGC 10, and then a PSA 10. Man, look at all that stuff in there. Okay, here we go. Okay, you only gonna do 4 at a time. So let's go here. Let's go 1 year. So this is Optic Football rated rookie Patrick Mahomes. Look at that big old price gap. PSA 10, $4,000. PSA 9, $1,789. PSA SGC 9.5, $1,695. I find that hard to believe that nobody bought an SGC 9.5 or an SGC 9 in that card. That's crazy. That is crazy. But again, big swinging gap right here, and then kind of closing things out right here. But these PSA 10s are kind of back on the rise again. But, I mean, good stuff either way. I mean, you're closing out that gap's pretty good. I mean, if you take out this 10, because it's kind of throwing the chart off a little bit. And then there's no SGC 9s. We're just looking at 9s and 9.5s. Yeah, they're pretty on par. $400 difference, $300 difference. Yeah, this one people are still paying top dollar for the PSAs. So not much love there. 2018 Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani. Gold. Jesus. Topps update. Here we go. PSA 9. SGC 9. 5 and 9. I got a feeling we're going to see more volume on this one. I really do. Oh, look at all that volume. Jesus, man. But again, once again, big gaps here. PSA 9, SGC 9.5s. Big gaps. And, well, actually, no. I mean, a lot. This they've been kind of following along. There's a big old sale right here. I don't know what this is. That was an oddball sale right there. But, again, still hovering. Even the 9s, like right around here, they all just kind of converged a little bit. 45, 49, 39. Gap kind of opens up a little bit here, but then again, convergence here. So, same thing here, right? 45, 26, 13 for a 9. 27, 50, 26. Again, I mean, saw the big gap in the run up, and then all of a sudden just kind of like a closing of the gaps, right? Look, I mean, here's the thing. It comes down to whether or not you want to pay a premium for a PSA slab. I really don't see any reason to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think. I think it's one of those scenarios where I don't want to call it hype because PSA has been around for a long time. So has SGC. But I really do think it's a matter of market perception, marketing, and, are people really doing the due diligence to really say that PSA is bringing in that much more money than an SGC? I don't know. I'll leave that to you guys. Let me know in the description, down in the comments, what you think, because I think it's kind of clear cut. What you'll get for a, whether you want to decide to go to PSA or decide to go to SGC. But what do you guys think? Am I crazy? Am I off? how would you have done the comparison? How would you like to see the comparison done in the future? And are there some cards out there that are either good representatives of the prices coming together, and are there cards that you know of out there that it's just PSA is getting a premium no matter what? Let me know. Appreciate y'all watching. Love y'all. Peace.